Hello, Scorpio. This is a moon phase reading for the new moon on November 4th, 2021. It is a general reading, so remember to take what resonates and leave the rest behind. If an endeavor does not seem wise to embark upon, do not embark upon it. 2 more shuffles. Thank you, Athena. In a moon phase reading, I channel the goddess Athena and have her guide me through her choices, so to speak, in what cards to pick. First we start, do not read reversals on this first part. Let me clarify these 3 with the traditional tarot. Links to all decks will be in the description below. And if you hear me talking to myself or saying things like no doubt randomly, that's just me having a small conversation with the wonderful goddess. 2 more? Okay, let's get 2 more after this. What's the first card here? Nothing is yet set in stone. Okay. Oh, you have the new moon in Cancer. Yeah, it's wonderful to have a new moon, especially in a water sign. 3 at the top. 2 at the top. Okay. And then 3 at 1, 2, 8. Yes. Hierophant. Okay. 2 shuffles. Only 2. Okay. Thank you, Athena. 2 at the top. Okay. If you say so. Ooh, Justice. Nice. And in the future, I have you very close to achieving the goal. 3 shuffles. Alright, so be it. Move these out the way. I'm crowded over here. Alright. Much better. You said 3. Okay. Like the other shuffle, so be it. That's why things are different on the table. That's what's blocking it. That was great. So, let's see. Burn a little sage here because this not coming through quite so clearly. And make sure that's not because I'm sick or because it's a bit of a sinus situation. Not much else though, thankfully. Okay. 2 more off the top. Okay. Oh, as in like literally 2 right off the top. Okay. And the next 2. Okay. Nice and easy. See what I'm... the cherry as well. Nice. Oh yeah, that feels much clearer in my head. Okay, so first we have the mutable moon. Set in stone. All about change and shape-shifting even. So in the past you're working with something in development that there's still room to maneuver with, right? So if you're looking for something that's, as it said, not yet set in stone, then that's a good thing, but it's right to remember that the phrase here, I know that the best will unfold for me. Okay. So feel the Hierophant really coming through here. That page is sticking already. Yeah, it says you are working with a teacher, mentor, or guided authority. You will expand your knowledge and learn fundamental principles with a trusted source. Queen of Wands in the reverse, I feel. So you're working with somebody on something not yet set in stone. Maybe you're not yet sure you want to work with them. There's the truth of it. Okay, thank you, Athena. Now is not the time to be in the limelight. Instead, bring your energy and attention inwards and focus on building your self-confidence. Reaffirm strength and talents within self. So you might be seeking a certain somebody that could teach you something, but you don't know where to find them. Okay, Athena says there's a portion of the collective in that situation. Okay. Then we have Two of Wands. So yeah, right here it says, you know what you want to manifest, now you need to work out how. Well, it's basically saying there's someone out there who can help you work that out if that's what you need. You're exploring all options and planning your path ahead before taking action. Intuition and passion guide you. So you know what you're looking for, but not how to look for it. Athena says it somehow involves something, maybe not necessarily like only money, but money is a part of it somewhere. Maybe that's part of your problem, or you're looking for a way to do something not set in stone, but you know you want it to make you some sort of money. Okay. It's very vague, though, is the issue. The only thing you can count on here, it seems like, is that you know what you're looking for, and you might be questioning whether or not you need to find someone who's, per se, more of a professional or capable of teaching it with skill. That's the one. Okay, thank you, Athena. That's the one, she says. So, the one that stands out to me the most here is you and your loved ones are safe. New moon in Cancer. So, there's a new start coming in your private life. Something is rising up in connection with the people and places you hold dearest. Okay. Could have to do with member family, flatmate, you could be moving. Gives you the you can do it energy. So make sure you put your family first. But if you're neglecting yourself, be sure to take better care of yourself more. If insecurity is holding you back, that's something for you to work on in the new moon, coming up on November 4th. Doing so could bring you your heart's desire. Okay, that's a little bit more resonant with what we're looking at. And then we have the Page of Swords. Looking to learn new things and ask questions. You are a natural communicator and ready to take the next step. So you have some sort of message to share. You're not sure how to share it, and someone else will come along, potentially, or something from someone will come along to show that there's a right way to learn it? No. Athena says that's not it. But I never felt her saying that it wasn't something that you have to share. So, interesting. Okay, Nine of Swords. Here we go. You have something to share, but you are weighed down by dark thoughts and turbulent feelings, worry, despair, anxiety. The more you associate with your fears, the more they will rule your life. Reach out for help. That feels like it's saying something about. Wait a minute, what did that say then? What did the Two of Wands say? Okay. So instead of letting fear guide you, let the Two of Wands, the intuition and passion that you find. Oh, that comes from this teacher. Is that the truth? There's the one. Okay, thank you, Athena. So you have a message to share, but you're stuck in your head, fears and doubts, and instead should look to, this which is given to you by this teacher, which is likely why someone's going to be potentially put into your path, or you're going to put something into your path in order to find someone. Now we're on it. Okay, thank you, Athena. And the culmination of the new moon will be justice in the upright. So, I believe the pages are stepping in. Justice in the upright there. So you're looking to equalize and balance, finding the fairest outcome for all. So you're probably afraid of something unfair for you or others, or that there's no way to find balance in this situation. But through this inspirational new concept wrought in this particular not being set in stone, you will probably have the fluidity needed to make certain. Obviously, it says you and your loved ones are safe. This definitely has in my head the whole way through these first two sections, and then the rows, both of them of these underneath, that it has to do with family members, or your household. So you will find a balance within that. Now, again, it could have to do with money. It could have to do with being more expressive, but obviously if it affects your whole household, it will have something to do with the bills or something like that. That's where the money's coming in. Now we're talking. Okay, thank you, Athena. So in the future, you're very close to achieving your goal. This could be somewhere mid-November at the latest. I think this is not quite. So more than likely, you'll push through this fear, and whether or not you give power to that fear, those fearful thoughts, is likely to decide how quickly you get to this future energy. So I mean, if you were to put a weekend into it, put the fear behind you, and be honest with yourself, then in all likelihood you might find yourself spending the majority of your time in this new moon phase dealing with what's in the future here, which might be why it's so vague in those first two rows. Where is gibbous moon? I've never had to look up the gibbous moon. Doesn't look like I'm going to have a easy time doing it either. Come on, now, come. There we are. Oh, the word gibbous means bulging. What a descriptive word. Yeah, it is. Pulling on the time was. The situation you're asking about is bulging with possibility and coming to a peak, but this isn't an ending with a neat yes or no. Rather, you're being reminded that some adjustments that may yet be required before you get what you want. So you're going to learn about what those adjustments you're going to need are, and you're probably preparing more for the new moon? Not quite. No, so this you'll be either pushed through this fear, or you'll sit in it and cause yourself great turmoil from the sound of things. There's the reality of it. That's sad to hear. I'm sorry to hear that's going to be a tough, brisk weekend as the new moon hits. But after so, moving through, some adjustments may be required before you get what you want. Pardon me. Which is hopefully reassuring, though, that you're on the right path. Yeah, good. So at least all of it will be worth something. Don't push too hard. One false move and the whole thing could pop. This is not meant to scare you. It's just to let you know that there's a fuse attached to this situation. Be careful if you choose to light it. I know that I'm on the right track. Review plans. Keep this momentum. Yeah, so to speak, don't succumb to the fear and fall back into this past. Then we have the Page of Wands in the reverse. You can feel the stirrings of something new emerging within you. But you don't know how to turn it into action. So you'll be given a new premise and a new concept that you're taught. Maybe that's why I was being told no in these first 2 rows, because it's not something you're bringing to fruition potentially until the full moon halfway through November. Okay. Now that's what we're talking about. Thank you, Athena. You feel a strong pull and a new phase, strong pull to new ideas, a new phase. Spiritual path may be calling you. Okay. The Chariot. So, great speed to this. See, interesting. So these new ideas that you're filled with and a creative restlessness, and feeling a strong pull towards them, are accompanied by determination and willpower, driving force, and a stop at nothing. So you're going to feel a very get-her-done Scorpio energy and be in an instance where there's a fuse, and if you light it, it might blow up in your face. So the beginning of this future will likely be marked by people being very touchy, and you're not going to be probably in the mood for such things. But you know, it says you can overcome obstacles and find cohesion between opposing forces. So if I would say the inclination being, if you keep without the fears and with this new creativity, and you apply all this determination against other people's abrasive settings, that seem abrasive to you, and remember that they're not abrasive settings to them, well, then eventually this new premise might overcome the circumstances at hand. Now we're on it. Okay, thank you, Athena. So then we move into, if presuming you can achieve that, we go to 9 of Pentacles. Yeah, and it says you've created abundance at that point. Cool. And you'll be able to enjoy the fruits of those labors. Don't be afraid to splurge on something for yourself, and use your wealth to create financial independence in the long term. So whatever discussion this is will actually create financial stability at the very bare minimum, which I get the feeling is the intended point of everything, because you just can't see these cards. Every time I'm doing a reading, I have to restructure everything, it seems. I'll get it right by the time I'm halfway through, and then I'll be halfway through. It's not too bad. It's a little better. Let's see how good we can get. Then we have the Magician at the end. So, with that abundance, it says you're taking action to manifest your goals and have the resources to create what you desire. So you take those resources and try and create something with it. You combine magic and practicality to bring your ideas to reality. So the practicality will work its way in the end, is what it's saying. And that might be what you're afraid of not having at the end, but it seems pretty certain that you will, so long as you don't give in to those fears. Let's look for a little bit of more specification with the next part of the reading here. It's the New Moon Tarot reading for this particular phase. The New Moon Tarot is offered by a group called PixelOccult on Etsy. Again, links will be in the description. 3 shuffles on this. Okay. Thank you, Athena. Getting a little better at being interrupted in my mind while speaking. Nope. Right. Straight out the top. You know it. Okay. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Wanted to used black light for this part of this reading, only to find that the pinks don't stand out as much as I had thought, and the rest of it's all just shade. So won't be able to do that until the other type of reading I will be doing newly next year. So I have a whole setup behind things here. You can see the black light. I have to get rid of it all, sadly. Not too much wasted time though, I guess. So, what energy will be waxing this month? We have that magician energy returning. That's good. Too far. So waxing, you're going to have capability, competence, preparation, and power. So it's likely that power applied to your Scorpio personality may be what feels a little overzealous at points to other individuals, but your competence and preparation are probably what's going to bring you through, and that capability likely is derived from your own ability to hearken to whatever new thing is going to be taught to you. Perhaps it's a new way of interacting with the people in your household even, who knows. But again, it could be a new way of interacting with your finances or an individual who's in control of them. What energy will be waning this month? We have 3 of Zent in the reverse. So 3 of Pentacles in the reverse. Waning this month, we have misinformation, disregard of skills. In this case, it harkens to my mind that it is disregard of your own skills. And you have the waning of secrets. So some secrets may be brought to the fore. And whatever misinformation, if that's the case, you're suffering under, will go away this phase. I hope I didn't say month again, but it's really hard to read it when it says month and I'm doing 2-week phases for the moon. Anyway, 3. What can this energy bring to me? And you have the 5 of Wires in the reverse. So, 5 of Wands in the reverse. Yeah. This energy can bring to you repression, avoiding conflicts, and tension. So it'll bring tension, likely because other individuals aren't caught up with you from the sound of things, which might explain why things aren't yet set in stone, because it sounds to me that there's some things that individuals will come to understand that you're thinking over time, and you're not certain entirely what their reaction might be. But come the new moon, it may be the potential that they will come to you and out with the answer. No, not quite. So maybe with the new moon, it's just going to come to fruition that they're going to have a better way to express themselves. Now we're talking. Okay, so it's all about you expressing yourself in a sense. That's very interesting. What can this energy take from me? 8 of Vials or 8 of Cups. And the upright. Okay, so but what it will take from you is disappointment, reevaluation, escapism, and withdrawal. So you're going to not have to be feeling so withdrawn or a sense of escapism anymore, and you'll be losing a sense of disappointment with your current circumstances. Again, with the home, finances, or an individual who's close to you, involving one of those 2 things. 5. What can this energy bring to my environment? 7 of Vials in the reverse. 7 of Cups in the reverse. To your environment, it could bring temptation, diversion, or reflection. Temptation. So this could bring distractions of sorts, temptation. Very interesting. That's hard for me to myself quite understand. What kind of energy there? I feel, based on what it's saying here, because it's 7 of Vials in the reverse, correct? Yeah. And it says something about here, keep looking at things that they're conjuring within their own mind that are more interesting than reality. Knowing it's fake, but letting themselves get lost in them, I can almost feel the warmth of this fallacy. So, this may be speaking of the fears in your head, or it may be speaking of false pretenses of yours or another's that you may be tempted within the environment to devote your time to. Now we're talking. Okay, it's a little complex there, but I feel like, again, these are the complexities are around you, and you have a great potential here to stay strong and in your own energy. What can this energy take from my environment? Apprentice of Arms. So, Knight of Swords, I believe. Page of Swords. Taking from your environment could take away curiosity, restlessness. Could take action. Could take away from your environment energetic sentiments. I know what to do. I know how to do it. Just let me do it already. So this could take from you a sense of knowing what you're doing. In other words, you could be feeling these blinders that it's been talking about, and that could again come from the energy being brought. You could be feeling like you don't necessarily know, again, like it was saying, where to direct all your energy. Okay. Thank you, Athena. 7. What to passively embrace during this phase. And we have 7 of Arms in the reverse. So, it says passively embrace, right? Yes. 7. Okay. Passively embrace breaking habits. Passively embrace this lack of initiative begot by your circumstance. Passively embrace honesty and uncertainty. So yeah, things are going to be very up in the air, but it's for the best in terms of your intentions from the sound of things. What to passively reject this month? 8. We have the 6 of Arms in the upright. Passively reject refuge. Yeah, because it says transition, recovery, travel, and refuge. So it's telling you to passively, quietly reject the thought of giving up hope. Passively reject, going within as a sense of refuge, because while other people might not be ready for your energy, it seems from the majority of this reading that this is an instance where people are going to have to catch up with you, and the less that you give them the energy that it's stressing you out, it seems the more likely they'll catch up with you quickly, because that could be, again, hearkening to those fears that they wouldn't want to catch up with you, when in all likelihood you might be dealing with some superfluous energy of the Scorpio kind of sort, and therefore be a little too intense at the exact time of the new moon, which, again, this may be a short period of them trying to keep up or catch up with you in whatever way. And then we have 9. What to actively embrace during this phase. We have Executive of Zent in the reverse. So, during this phase, actively embrace selfishness, pretense, domineering, and greed. So there's some pretense here. That it's yours, you made it, you're going to keep it, and if they can't keep up with you, then you'll wait until they can get up. And you're not going to benefit from sacrificing your premise of self anymore. You know, you are you, and it's sort of saying to keep to that and be greedy enough to do so, and be greedy enough to wait for those who might see that as selfishness, because from what I've seen here, you have something good that you're intending to bring forth. It's just an instance where people might not really be ready to understand it, so to speak. What to actively reject this month, and we have the Agent of Wires. To actively reject during this phase, not month. Start correcting that more and more. To actively reject during this phase. Reject this excess energy or sense of new adventure because they're not ready for you, obviously. Reject the passion, which that's going to suck because that's, again, harkening back to being a Scorpio energy where they may perceive you as being too much energy. Actively reject taking action or being impulsive. So basically, don't leave this person behind and actively show them that you're not, and it will likely push you through these moments of fear more quickly. It does sound like you have a bit of a bumpy ride here at the beginning of the new moon and an uncertain time leading up to that, so this may benefit you to know, that your patience with this situation sounds to be very fruitful, and potentially maybe even for some a moment of more maturity in your life in terms of what you can gain. And it's not even getting an energy, so to speak, of good things come to those who wait, but just more good things come to those who can stay still when others are changing around you. So with that, I hope you can keep it happy, healthy, and real. And with love, Namaste, Scorpio.